Hi Witches, is White Raven over here, inviting you to explore the archetype of the Wicked Witch, the old hag, the ugly crone. The Wicked Witch is the mainstay of the word witchcraft, whether anyone likes it or not. We see her as the commercialized Halloween witch and the nasty witch of the Wizard of Oz. Many of us practicing witches have attempted to throw out the ugly green-faced hag to embrace a more realistic and pleasing version of our religion. But is it really what we should do? The Wicked Witch is a powerful archetype of unrestrained women power. She's dark and ugly, self-serving loner who crackles at the misfortune of others. She wields the power of the dark side of nature and can be seen at the end of every story flying off on her own high above the world of others. She has few mundane concerns other than eating local children and enslaving others. Upon examining her taboo pastimes, we can find our own power hiding within. She's always a loner. How often do you see a coven of wicked witches? She doesn't have a best friend to spend time with. She has no one to judge her, and no one, but no one, to question her. She's always dark and ugly. She's never surrounded by light. She chooses to be in the dark. Does she choose to be ugly? Who cares? Because she certainly does not. Her looks and cosmetics are trivial. She always has a wart because why bother getting it removed? Concerns for looks are social concerns to gain status and acceptance. The Wicked Witch needs neither. She's her own acceptance, and her status is outside of normal society. She's always serving. If you show up on her doorstep starving, she will ask, "What can you do for me?" If you try to reason with higher ethics or the charity of a deity like Jesus, she'll tell you to go ask Jesus for food. She already knows she's damned and cares nothing for ethics. We cringe at her archetype because her eyes always ask the same question. What is it that you really want? Morals and ethics aside, if you can have anything, what is it? Somewhere in her cauldron is the way to get anything, but in her humble life is the answer. We cringe because we know that in self-knowledge comes the answer that everything you have worked for is not what you really wanted all along. She knows that if you really achieve all your mundane goals, you wouldn't really be happy anyways. So when anyone comes knocking on her door looking for favors, she knows that no favor is going to cure the world of your life. So for a petty quick fix for your pathetic life, what is it that she really gets out of it? Well, she finds humor in others' suffering. She's always seen crackling at the conundrums that people get themselves into. She has given up pity for other people running the rat race. They are to her entertainment. She has a great knowledge of animals and spirits within the dark side of nature. Whether it's their magical qualities or where to find them in the forest, she always knows. She lives side by side with the darker animals. The hollow in the woods, it's always surrounded by animals. The cat and the owl are her familiars. She doesn't command them because they do what they do for her willingly. She has few mundane concerns. She never starved to death. Does the Wicked Witch ever ask for a mansion, a new wardrobe? Does she go to the doctor? Her concerns are in the realm of spirit, far beyond the material focuses of the community she lives in. She is always flying high, above and journeying on her own. She has her own agenda and vacation plans that no one else ever understands. Her personal activities are not meant to be understood because your approval of her plans are unnecessary and unsolicited. She eats children, although highly overrated. It's not the child of flesh that she eats, but the child of innocence. It's a perfect world where children roam free, holding hands and singing songs. Everyone stands in line to play on the playground, and the snacks are always divided evenly. But then we grow up and we realize that our snacks are not even. Fair and right are spiritual ideas. We innocently hold on to the hope that there will be someday peace in the Middle East. Always flip off people in the highway and curse behind our neighbor's back. The Wicked Witch eats our children's like view of the world and scoff at our ideas of fairness and peace. She bursts our bubble by throwing realistic pessimism in our faces. Our treats will never be divided evenly, and someone will always suffer. Get over it. She enslaves others. Her ability to enslave others is her scariest quality. As slave people, we are scared by her entrapment because those who seek her are willingly enslaved and become stuck. She never chains them down, and they could run away anytime, but they never do. Somehow they are bewitched by the thought that she may provide for them. They never realize that you cannot achieve the magic that you seek within from someone else. But what makes her so wicked is that she allows them to be enslaved by their own greed. That's their concern, not hers. Plastered in the Christmas commercialism is the jolly belly of the Holy King, smiley back from the outside of McDonald's cups, knowing that he is resurrected each year in the cyclical wheel of holidays. His older sister, the Wicked Witch, sticks her head out every year and laughs at the millions of Halloween customs that mock or hide the darker side of human nature. She's still around because of her power she wields. No one knows her name, but they all seem to take comfort in believing that she's different from them. Except for those, the few people who feel her power in their blood. There are people who don't sympathize with her, but see and feel her as a guide, a challenge, and a threshold guardian. I now realize my own pull toward her wisdom. I now understand that every time I wanted Wicked Witch paraphernalia, what I wanted was to be her. To feel her power every time I see her fair's cartoon in Halloween decorations. She asks the same question. Are you wicked enough to find out what you really want in life? White Raven here, witches. Are you wicked enough?